Hello, how are you? You can call me Alpha-Q, since Q, you might say, is an important letter in my first name. So, I would like to start by welcoming you, if you're daring to watch some nobody's ASMR, in an attempt to be technical. I said technical. I stole that from my friend Dr. T. Dr. T ASMR, Tingle Bottom Industries. Big influence on me. I love ASMR videos. I don't know what the hell a tingle is. I've never had them. I don't think I can. My body just won't do it, but instead, it's certain mannerisms from the actor and certain sounds just repetitively that I find relaxing, soothing. It's the way I like to unwind at the end of a day, other than maybe consuming a glass or two of red wine. But this is a poor man's ASMR because I don't have $100 mics all around me and a high-end video camera, so I'm doing the best I can, and it's all just for fun, just for the hell of it, because I like it. It's very enjoyable to me to sit and record myself making sounds, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, if you would care to journey along with me on my first attempt here, I have tapping in mind, and I have a handful of things that I want to play with. So let's begin. One thing that I always liked the sound of was CDs, cases. It's the simplest things that really make good ASMR sounds. And forgive me if I say ASMR, because I know you're not supposed to do that, but I do that sometimes, so if I slip and say that, don't be offended. Listen to that. It's a smooth, pleasant sound. Notice I go a little slower than some people. I find really fast tapping chaotic and uncomfortable. Some like it, not so much me. Also, since I don't have a fancy binaural setup, I instead can play with the levels of sound that you hear by coming close, going far. All these things are in an attempt to be technical. Trying my best to utilize a thing or two that I learned from my friends at Tingle Bottom Industries. I don't know, I find that so relaxing. It's a way to unwind and let my body just listen and absorb the sounds. I don't suppose, since I don't have an expensive microphone set up, that it sounds as good as it does in real life, but still. This is a classic album, by the way. Techmaster PB, Bassgasm. One of my high on my list of favorites. Of course, my favorite of all time is Bass 305, but we'll get to that soon. on that subject, vinyl records. The change. Do you notice that change as it gets further away? You can still hear it, yeah, definitely. But what's a poor man to do? Yeah. That's a sound. Even with, I've tested this out. I practiced a little bit before trying to make my first cheap man, poor man video. Even with this present setup here, you find that if you're wearing decent quality headphones, even the sounds are kind of pleasant. Hopefully by now you've gathered what kind of music yours truly is fond of. But I'm also a geek of the old school variety. I like my RPGs and I like my video gaming in general. I'm picky, but one thing you can never ever deny, not even from my youth, but even now, is the modern day classics, if you will. And for me, one of those definitely would be Oblivion, Elder Scrolls. This was such a phenomenal game, and it was my first Elder Scrolls title, and I was very obsessed with this when I first played it. It's really a shame that they never got around to remastering this for Xbox One X, little 4K goodness. I always felt it deserved it. It was such good writing and interesting story, but oh well, at least it's backwards compatible. I'm sure the whole emulation process that they use for the Xbox One X to make this happen was very, complete Oblivion collection. Knights of the Nine and the Shivering Isles. Oh, I remember that. Spent a lot of time on those DLCs. Lots of time on those DLCs. Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm sorry I'm not a professional. I have no experience making videos. Definitely not ASMR, other than watching a ton of them, but I don't know, I love these sounds. To me, it's something I can listen to when I zone out, trying to relax, maybe go to sleep. There's just so many that are great at this. Like I said, Dr. T and Fred's voice. I love Fred's voice. That guy's fantastic. Dr. Andrew Michaels, and I mean, I don't know anybody that doesn't have a little crush on Jenna Whisper. She's awesome. But anyway, it's something that will allow you to unwind and relax a little bit. If there's even one person that I can contribute to their relaxation. and my job is done. And in the meanwhile, I had a good time doing it. Yes. So, amongst my objects, I have another one that's enjoyable for me. Books. This one is older. I recommend it for my fellow nerds. It almost, in its own way, kind of mimics the history of Apple Computer when it was Apple Computer. And I mean, if you thought Ready Player One was great, this book is more esoteric in that sense. It is definitely a little more technical. Very technical. Who in the world doesn't love the sweet smell of a book? Yours truly, being a very digital, very forward-thinking person with technology, I favor lots of advancements and the new things we have right now that didn't exist when I was a kid. But one thing you can never really get away from is books. Nothing has the reach, the feel, the touch of a book. Nothing connects with someone quite like actually holding a book, paper pages, the smell, the sound, having the real thing in your hand. Not the type of mic that works with, huh? But you sure you want to quit now? If you prefer, simply type N rather than north. How did the computer know to do that? I don't know, said Alcine coyly. Sometimes it's perceptive, other times just dumb. That's the truth. Machines are extremely perceptive nowadays, and yet they are still dumb. Sometimes our smart devices aren't so smart, are they? One thing that I've had some fun with lately was the cool sounds that come from something my daughter got for me. She picked me out a pumpkin. It's been a tradition ever since she was a baby to go and pick out a new pumpkin every year before October. It usually lasts through the month or so. And it starts to rot and we throw it away. The next year we get another one. It's not much longer now before she becomes a teenager. Which is unbelievable to me, a teenager. But this tradition here will always be because I said so. And what Daddy says goes. Isn't that how it works? What Daddy says goes, right? Yeah, it goes that way. These little pumpkins sound fantastic. At the least, they certainly feel fantastic. And it's not plastic. No, it's very real. It's very real. It's one kick-ass little pumpkin, I say. you, sweetheart. Daddy loves it. Always. Finally, before I go, I mean, this whole time I find myself hoping that I've not made anybody terribly miserable. I know that this might seem cliche, but this fidget spinner, I hear the name fidget spinner and I just want to cringe. I'm with you. I don't know. I mess with these once in a while just because my daughter likes them, and I don't know, I mess with them. They are fun to fidget with sometimes when you're not thinking about it rather than trying to do tricks. This one, when you spin it at a slow speed, makes a fantastic, absolutely sound. I find it very pleasant, which by the time this video is on YouTube and they compress it and all that, I don't know how it'll sound, but this thing sounds so good in real life. I actually like listening to it. If you spin it fast, it sounds like any other fidget spinner. I don't know if it's the bearings or the metal frame on this one being all metal, but when you spin it slowly, oh yeah. That's fantastic. Something tells me that this device contains top secret technology from my dear friends at Industries. Because if something this awesome sounding didn't come from Professor Tinglebottom, then I suspect that he's got some real competition coming his way. But it can't be. The possible tingulation factor of this device just feels and sounds completely of Tinglebottom Industries. I'll get further away. these are the items that I chose to use today. Trying to make my first ASMR video for the fun of it. I actually have enjoyed myself. And I hope that if you stuck around long enough to watch me try, that you found something pleasant sounding, because I generally very introverted person, trying to be on camera, making videos and posting them. I already feel foolish, especially something as outlandish as ASMR. But if you're not having fun, why do anything? You know? So, again, thank you very much for joining me today. I'm sure we'll see each other again. I just hope that I don't get sued by Tinklebottom Industries for attempting to mimic some pieces of